Hey, mompreneur, are you running on coffee, passion, and maybe a little chaos? I'm Sandra, founder of Encounter Your Potential, and I know your life is a masterpiece of messy moments and massive goals. This is Power Your Mompreneur Potential. We sit down with CEOs, founders, and fellow moms to steal their best secrets for boosting productivity, conquering mom guilt, and keeping your fire alive in both business and family. Stop surviving and start thriving. Let's get into it. Hello, beautiful people. I am so excited to spend time together, share time and space with you all today, and to share time and space with Jen Hayes. I know there's a Lee there as well. And I also see, Jen, you have your whole name here, Jennifer Hayes. I don't know Jennifer, I just know Jen. But I'm excited to introduce you to the community, to the mompreneur community. So this is Power Your Mompreneur Potential, and we just have mommy conversations. We are mommies who are juggling life, we are juggling family, we are building businesses. Correct. And you are one of those moms. And I'm still a new mommy. I'm 2 years in. And I realized that it wasn't until I started having conversations with other fellow moms that I started to pick up on things that otherwise weren't being shared with me. And navigating a business on top of that, and I know that you have several, is the Wild West.
So true.
So I'm learning. I am still learning. I think I'll be learning forever. And I'm learning from my community. Peer-to-peer learning has always been my thing. So I'm excited for you to first introduce yourself in your own words to our mompreneurs. Who is Jennifer Hazley?
Well, Sandra, thank you so much for having me. I'm so thrilled to be in conversation with you. You know, I'll take any excuse to hang out with you, so I'm here for it. So, like you said, I'm Jen Hayes-Lee, and intentionally Jen, only Jennifer when I'm in trouble. And as you mentioned, I am a mom of three, and I am the only woman in my household. I've got three sons. My oldest is 11. I've got a middle son who is 8, and my youngest is 6. And I also live with my husband and my father-in-law. So there's a lot of male energy here.
Man.
Yeah, so I'm outnumbered for sure, but I kind of like being the queen mommy, which is what they call me. And in addition to my role as a mom, I'm also a corporate girly. I lead up marketing and content at The Bump, which is a digital platform for new and expecting parents. And then in addition to that, as you mentioned, I do have a few different entrepreneurial ventures, one of which is my founded brand called Stow, which is a line of my signature gold hoops, which you'll see me wearing here. And pretty much,
Yes.
if you
I
don't
still
see
need a
me,
pair. Can
you
you believe
definitely,
that?
yes,
I
we
still
need to get you a pair. And I've got three sizes. You can pick what you like. Two different weights. We got you. And in addition to that, because I am also the gold hoop girl, I have my debut children's book called The Golden
the
Hoops,
golden
which
hoops.
I published last year with HarperCollins. So that has been a really fun ride as well. So
Major,
very
major.
busy around here, but I'm really enjoying all the different projects that I'm working on.
Okay, so this is why you're here. Very obvious because you are juggling the things. You have a very serious job with a very serious title. But we're not here for all of that. Although that's a part of what makes you such a multi-hyphenate and so multi-dimensional. But you've been able to birth a book. You've been able to birth a jewelry line. And I'm just trying to juggle a 2-year-old and the business that I've had for a few years. So, what came first? Tell us. Was it entrepreneurial, Jen? Because you're also a creative entrepreneur, is how I like to say. So, what came first? What inspired the additional babies?
So, I love that question because I can share the sequence of
Mhm.
when things were concepted, but when they actually made it into the world is sort of a different story.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's important.
It is. It is. So the short version is that the book came to me in 2020, and because I'm a glutton for punishment, I was actually on maternity leave with my youngest son, and I was like, "Oh, I don't have enough to do, so let me write this book." But in all seriousness, in 2020, when the world was kind of upside down, we were in the middle of a social justice movement. Obviously, COVID, we were all hunkered down. I really wanted to create something that would add something positive to the world. Black people were under attack, and I
Mhm.
was looking at these three young boys in my house, and I was like, okay, we need something that is affirming of our identity, that will celebrate the fact that we are able to be in any room that we choose. And so the idea of the book just really, really came to me. And so I wrote it then and, went through the whole process of pitching it to agents, then pitching it to the publisher, and then, of course, getting it out into the world, which happened 5 years later in September of
Wow.
2025.
Mhm.
But as I was sort of waiting for this whole process to, come together, it was probably 2023, I want to say. And I was actually deciding that I wanted to do another business that would sort of be in line and part of the ecosystem of Golden Hoops. And so I was on my Christmas break between 23 and 2024. And I said, you know what, I'm going to take 2 weeks and just dive into everything that I can to learn about, starting a consumer brand. And so I did deep research. I signed up for a few different coaches around Amazon FBA, and I basically put all the big pieces in place to be able to launch Bestow in 2024. So as I was waiting for the book to get published, I was launching my line of
Wow.
hoops. And then, now voila, both are in the world at the same time.
Wow. Okay. So I meet people here and there, everywhere, often. And the commodity that we often talk about not having enough of is time. So, what does it look like in your world? When do you work? Are you a night owl? Are you like one of those like people that is up till 3 in the morning, but you're still awake at 6? Like, what does that look like for you to be able to fit these things in?
Or I power down at like 8:30. Like
Got
I'm
it.
like, okay, I'm on a couch. I'm what is on Netflix. That is my time
Mhm.
to recharge. But I'm an early bird. So you can see me up at 5. If I'm not like up and doing something by 6:30, then something's wrong. So I all of my special time is early in the morning
Mhm.
for sure.
Okay, so you're part of the 5 a.m. club.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then, okay, so I'm really just trying to frame this out because I know how my evenings and mornings look.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're up at 5, and then the family, because you have also a full house.
I do have
So
a full house.
okay,
So
when does yeah.
the house
Mhm.
gets up, the boys start to get up between like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And so I am not going to front like I do this all on my own. My husband Clyde is phenomenal and he is my partner in crime and sometimes is doing more than 50%. So
Mhm.
we kind of like he'll help get the boys ready and now they're getting old enough where they can start to help themselves.
Right.
So it's leaving clothes on the bed, and telling the boys to figure it out, which they can do. For my oldest, he can pick out his own clothes now. And then I have granddad there, my father-in-law, who will be downstairs
You have
hooking
that
up the
in-home help.
yep, that in-home help, and he will be hooking up the breakfast and walking the kids to school, and then I can log on and start my corporate job by 9 a.m. So there's a lot going on, but we got a machine over here.
Right. Okay, that is good to know. So I'm starting to see that folks are either night owls or they're super early birds. So you're on the early bird side.
I'm early
And
bird.
yeah, okay, I see that. And sometimes our brains are kind of like better functioning in the morning, but I tend to push it at night. I go until I can't go anymore.
Oh, really? I've never been that girl, but I love it. I love that for you.
I don't always love it for me. But I'm also at that unpredictable phase in motherhood where last night my kid woke up at 4. So I could have all the intentions to wake up at 5 or early to make it to a gym class. But then if he wakes up early, then there goes those plans. So I just push it once he's asleep.
You're absolutely right. I'm having a case of that mommy amnesia. Now that
Oh, you
my
forgot.
yeah, now that my youngest is 5, I'm like, oh yeah, that does happen. And girl,
Right.
at the stage that you're in, you don't quite have command of your schedule yet.
I
So
don't.
you're in the good fight, and we've all been there.
Mhm.
I kind of forgot that that is a thing.
Okay, so that is another thing, mommy amnesia, but also command of my schedule. So, speaking of command and ownership of our time, Are you a balanced person or are you a work-life integration? What is your philosophy on how it gets done?
Yeah, my philosophy has evolved over time, and
Mm.
where I start today is where is there alignment in my life? Where is there alignment for the things I'm doing for my corporate job? Where is there alignment with the places I want to show up, either socially or professionally? Where is there alignment with the entrepreneurial ventures that I have, taking place? And I think from there, it sort of allows for me to get more value out of basically every hour of my day because I can kind of achieve more than one thing at one time. And so, yeah, so I'm more of the alignment and then into integration. And everyone involved just has to be comfortable with the fact that you're going to get more value from me at work because of these incredible relationships that I've made over here. And,
Right.
and on the same, it works both ways. So
Mhm.
it's been really incredible to be able to get closer to what looks like alignment for me.
I really admire that about you, and I've been admiring it from afar. So it seems like you just have, the word is not balanced, but you have buckets of life.
I do. I do.
Yeah, and
And
you're a New
I
Jerseyan, like you have your Jersey girls that you hang out with.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a social creature, and if anyone
Yes.
follows me on social, like I don't hide that part of myself,
Mhm.
because I think community and friends are just it brings more joy into your life, and especially as a mom too. If you can find some people that are raising their kids, and you can raise your kids alongside each other, and like also make it fun for everyone. I mean, who wouldn't sign up for that?
Right. But not everyone thinks that way. I know mommies who just focus in on mommyhood and then that's that for them. And then they're off the grid and you hear from them maybe twice a year, but you're out there and you're doing it fabulously. And because I was in Barbados with you, you are fit, ma'am. So you're also
Listen.
getting your steps in. So tell us about that because I can tell a bit about your value system by the way that you show up. So tell us more about what that means for you.
Yeah, the question about being fit is an interesting one because I have an interesting relationship with fitness and health
And who
li-
doesn't,
and
right?
who doesn't, right? I'll be honest, I'm the girl who's
Mhm.
like always chasing like the last 5 to 10 pounds. Like that has just been my story probably since I was 15 years old, and I'm okay with it. I embrace it.
Mhm.
But as I tell my trainer, I'm working out with Robert Brace right now, and he's fantastic.
Oh, good old Robert.
Good old Robert Race. We love him. So shout out to Robert. I say, look, I might look a little chubby, but my cardio was like on point because I've been working out my entire life. I was an athlete in high school, and
Mhm.
baby, I can outrun the best of them, right? I can high knee and butt kick with the best of them. So,
Right.
and I'm someone who really values movement and values fitness. So I've always got some kind of class, some kind of regimen. I'm doing a hot girl walk. I did one this morning. And so that's also a
What
part of
is
what
a hot
happened.
girl walk?
Oh, girl, a hot girl walk is a walk with a weighted vest and getting your
Oh.
steps in. And at our age, as we're
Mhm.
getting older, we got to think about our knees. So walking is a lot more gentler. It revs
Not
up
our
your
knees.
metabolism. And there's a lot of studies out there that walking actually helps you
Mhm.
lose some of those lbs. And so because I had 3 kids pretty much kind of back to back, I say that my 30s, I was like having kids my entire 30s because all 3 of my boys are 2.5 years apart. I mean, it did wreckage to my body, like no doubt. And it was
But
like either I was,
no one would know today
oh,
that that happened.
you're so sweet. You're so sweet. But yeah,
No,
so
I'm serious.
I'm
I was like
constantly just
aspirational
yeah,
for sure.
you're very sweet. I'm always just trying to keep it together the best that I can. I'm trying to do the best I can.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're doing a phenomenal job at keeping it together. And Robert Brace is phenomenal. I worked out with him for a short bit, but then I moved all the way to Central Jersey, and that just didn't make sense anymore. But his app program is next level.
Oh, yeah,
Deep core, you will figure out where your deep core is.
yeah. And you asked me about sort of community and friends. That's
Mhm.
the other thing I realized about myself. I am a group fitness workout with your girlfriends type of
Mhm.
gal. And so we do a workout 3 times a week where it's a group of us, probably like anywhere from 5 to 10 people depending on the day. And it just motivates me to know that I'm going to go have a good kiki early in the morning at
Mhm.
6:30 and get a workout in. So again, that's sort of hitting 2 out of 3 buckets for me, movement, and I get to hang out with people that I really enjoy.
Oh, I love that. And did that community come after you moved to Jersey? Like, how did that? Because some people struggle. They struggle with finding their people.
Yeah.
So, how did you go about finding that community?
So it did come with Jersey. This is a very Jersey specific thing. When I moved here to South Orange, New Jersey, so shout out South Orange and Maplewood. I love my town so much. I connected kind of early with a group of women who were probably like 10 to 15 years ahead of me in the mommyhood, right?
Mm.
Like they had
Mhm.
kids who were in their like junior, senior year of high school, some that were off, going to Morehouse. And so I sort of naturally connected with some of them and they invited me to their workout program. And when I saw these women who at the time were, probably 45 plus when I first moved here, they were fit. They were fabulous. Girl, they were doing the things. I was like, oh, I'm going to be that type of mom. And mind you, at this
Right.
time, I was postpartum with my second child. My third hadn't even come yet. And I'm still kind of like in the baby, postpartum stage. And I was like, oh, okay, Jen, you need to get it together. So it was actually nice to kind of have these women who are kind of my role models, whether or not they knew
Mhm.
it. And to this day, I'm still working out with them, and they can do laps around the best of them, the best of the young girls, and they
Mhm.
look great, and they're major community like contributors. They're running companies, see them on the news. They're my type of women, and I admire them deeply.
Oh, okay. So I love that. I've heard this term of having life and or mommy mentors, which was new to me. So I recently learned of this, but I'm the same way in that I said earlier before we got started that I collect good people.
Hmm.
And I've been this way all my life. But in addition to collecting good people, I like to also observe and see things that other people that are doing that are admirable that maybe I may aspire to. And I just love this generation of women that are 10 years
Yeah.
ahead, some even 20, who are just so fly,
Yeah.
have not lost themselves, and who have also shown that it's possible because as a corporate baby, I was still coming into corporate where a lot of women, especially Black women, were single still. They were still choosing between family life and their careers. But now we see more and more that women are juggling it all
Yeah. Yeah.
and creating space for it, and doing it fabulously, keeping super fit,
Yeah.
still super fashionable, and also doing impactful work.
Yeah, you are so right. They are fantastic mentors for us. But you know what feedback I get from them a lot of the times?
Mm,
They look at us and our generation and they're in awe of how entrepreneurial we are.
that
And
I've heard.
yeah, and they
Mhm,
are like, "Girl, how do you have all these jobs or how are you doing all these things?" And so it's actually a really nice kind of
mhm,
generational sharing that can take place between the two.
yeah,
So I'm
mhm.
enjoying it immensely.
Yeah, okay, so speaking about your jobs, because girl, you do have several jobs, several businesses. We're still entrepreneurial, right?
Yeah.
So in addition to seeing you in Barbados, I also saw you in Cannes,
Yeah.
or is it Cannes? Because
We'll,
is it
we'll,
Cannes or
we'll,
Cannes?
we'll
The
go with
conference
can. I think it's can.
Cannes, right? Okay. Because while I was there, folks were like, "It's Cannes." So Cannes, Lion, we were there, the south of France, and for me still to go anywhere, and it could just be ages and stages. It is an entire project management experience to prepare to be gone for just a few days. Got to prepare the household, prepare my husband, prepare the kid, prepare the backup support, which is usually my mom, the school, just all of it, right? But you went on several trips. You were out. You were social. So how do you view it? Because I view it as like project management on steroids. So by the way, mothers are overqualified for many roles because project management is just natural for many of
Yeah.
us. So
Yeah.
how do you view this like, setting things up so that you can also escape and be human?
Sandra, this is so funny because I think I actually remember you doing some of that project management in real time
Right.
when we were in Cannes. And in that moment, I remember reflecting like, oh, she's type A.
Type A, I know. My personality has been like like some things just have magnified
Uh-huh,
in this
uh-huh.
experience.
You become more of who you are. I would
Right.
say, so I'm probably more of like a type B plus A minus mom because
Oh, you're
in
one of
in having
those.
I'm one of those. And the more kids that I had, honestly, and the fuller that my plate got, I had to realize that I cannot do everything at an A plus level. I just can't.
Mm.
And I have to rely on being able to delegate, knowing that other people can manage just as astutely as I would, and trusting that in that process has actually taken a lot of the load off of my shoulders. And like I said, my husband he is the best. And literally he is better than me at many things. And so yeah, we're true partners. So if I'm gone, then I just need to be gone so that when I am in that new space that I'm in, whether it's Cannes, whether it's going to South by Southwest, or even going into the city to take a meeting, that I can be fully present. So yeah, that's the philosophy that I subscribe to.
First of all, I hope your husband knows how much credit you are giving him.
Well,
Okay,
I'll tell
points.
you, our friends know how much credit he deserves because they're like,
Oh.
"Where's Jen going again?" And let
To
me tell you,
live her life.
he's a multi-hyphenate too. He's got his own
Mhm.
businesses and corporate life, so we are two peas in a pod.
Yes, I remember sitting next to the both of you at one of Nakia's Support Your Girlfriends dinners, and he recognized me from my naming days.
Yes.
Now, mommy amnesia, certain cells still not quite there, haven't returned. But it was great to reconnect. So I do know that he has a full life of his own. But giving him credit, and speaking about partnership, it's difficult to do this thing on your own. It's not made for us to do it on our own. And question out of curiosity for you, because I still have some girlfriends who have the list and they're crossing people off before they're even learning enough about a
What?
person. You would not have known how great of a father and partner he is until you got to that stage.
Yeah.
So tell me more about that. Like, did you see signs? Did you know he was going to be this good of a partner? Like, what would you share with the single girls who are still trying to figure it out, or maybe, plucking people away too soon?
So the list is the kiss of death. So I'm with you
Ooh,
on
kiss
that.
of death. Hmm.
I I will share some advice that my cousin, who's like my big brother, gave me when I was still in my single, not yet married days. He told me that you can name three things that you want in a partner. You can make a list of three things, but you can't make a list of 10 things. And so he was like, if you focus on, trying to identify that right partner for you based on those three things, you can be successful. So if you want someone who is funny, is great with kids, and maybe has a nice body, you can find those three things. He might not be wealthy, he might not have gone to an Ivy League school. He might not, be hyper academic or intelligent, but he might have a good body, be good with kids, and be funny. But it's up to you to kind of define sort of what the three most important things are and then just filter for that. So, to answer your question about my own partner, Clyde,
Hmm.
I knew 100% without a doubt that he was going to be a fabulous dad. And so
Hmm.
that was part of my sort of vetting criteria, if you will. I saw signs with how he was with his own family members, just his background and his upbringing. I knew that family was going to be really important for him. And so I'm happy that he is not disappointed at all.
We love that for you and all of us because you show up happy.
Yes, I'm very, very happy.
Yes. Okay. So now, still speaking about partnership, this is one that I had to like also figure out because your relationship absolutely changes once you introduce little people. What did you say before? You're not in command of your own time,
Right.
and then me being type A and seeing almost everything like a project. Now we're together project managing with different project management styles. This one person who's just small, doesn't have too many words, but Lord, is he a boss. Um, But I can tell this is my forever partner because of the way that we work together. And there were signs of that in the beginning, but it's coming to life, I would say still. So how has that evolved in your relationship? Like you being able to pursue your endeavors? Because I think it's amazing when I'm able to see women doing their thing and having the support.
Yeah.
So how do you focus on your relationship, and also how does your relationship nurture all your aspirations?
So, Sandra, I'm not going to lie. It is hard to find time for each
Mhm,
other when we're both,
mm,
trying to raise these little ones and pursue all of our wildest ambitions. It is a challenge, and it's something that
mhm.
we have to kind of recalibrate on an ongoing basis. But the number one thing is we have to be open about it and transparent
Right.
about how we're feeling. If one of us is feeling like we're not getting enough attention, or if we're like, wait, we need some emergency date nights, we just
Yes,
have to voice
emergency
it.
date nights. Yes.
Yeah, like we need to like okay, 911, where's Pops? That's my father-in-law. Like we
Mhm.
need you to be on call tonight because we gotta go. So I think it's really
Mhm.
just about keeping the lines of communication open. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's really true because
Mhm.
I'm actually in the phase of life now where my oldest son is doing AAU basketball. He's literally on like three basketball teams at any given time. So
Mhm.
my husband on any given day is, carting him back and forth to practice. They're going on tournaments overnight now. And
Mhm.
so that just kind of like chips away, chips away, chips away at the time that not only that we have as a family, but certainly that we have one-on-one. So,
Mhm.
so yeah, it's the communication. The other thing that we are dipping our toe into, which I'm really excited about, is being really intentional about having family vacations and then just having couple vacations
Yes.
and making sure like
Right.
every year we've got at least one moment that is dedicated for us
Mhm.
to get away from them kids, as they say.
Right, right. So that one is important to me also is we're actually preparing for family vacation on Monday. We'll be in Jamaica for a week and a half. But also making sure that we have our own time because we're going to be project managing this kid on this
Yeah.
trip.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
And also the date nights, although, so I'm a divorcee. This is my second marriage. The first time around, I thought weekly date nights were so important. Now I'm like, that is not as important as I thought, but the date nights still are. And it's also the quality time together. That quality time could be so rich at home.
Yeah.
Um, and usually that means no Netflix. Like we need to actually talk to each other. Or a walk. I love our walks in our community. And because we're both entrepreneurs, squeezing in time during the day
Yeah.
when our kid is at school is something that I've also learned. But it's so important to just keep the love and the relationship alive.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got a few different mechanisms for it. So it sounds like you've got that part figured out.
I'm still, every day's new.
And I
Every day
love
brings something new.
For sure. And I love the walks. The walks, I try to
Yeah,
convince Clyde to go with me on walks because I do it pretty often. And when we do, it's such a great time to not only move your body, but also just to talk and catch up
right.
on stuff, right? Because what you
Mhm,
don't want, which I'll be honest, I'm guilty of this because we are like our offices in the house are I'm on the third floor, he's down on the first floor.
mhm.
We can go a whole day and like not even really see each other and be in the same house. And then we're
Right.
all sort of running the errands of the
Mhm.
day. And so what I try not to do is come to him when we do see each other and then run off the list of like things that have to get discussed. Like, okay, oh, got to send this thing to the school, or oh, are you
Mhm.
going to be here on X date? I try not to do that, but I am guilty of it because just
Right.
we're all craving more time.
Mhm. Yeah. So one of my markers for self is, did I have a more casual human conversation with a client today or a partner than I have with my actual husband?
Ooh, wow.
Because sometimes, like, just think about it, like, you join a call and there's the, like, the conversation before the actual meeting, and then that could lead to, like, other stuff, or you have, like, for me in my consulting world, I have clients and partners who just call me randomly, and before you know it, we've spoken 3 times in a day, and then the day is over, and I'm like, "Husband, have we spoken today? I know we're here in the house together, but have we actually talked to each other today?"
That's a really good yardstick. It is. And the reason it's so important is because again, there's a lot of stuff that like has to get done, but you don't
Right.
ever want your marriage to just feel like a transactional business partnership.
Mhm.
You want to also
Right. A
enjoy
to-do
that.
list.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you don't want it to just be like a running to-do list that is, things to be managed. So I love that as a yardstick. That's
Hmm.
good.
Oh, well, I'm sharing some things here.
Nugget.
So, a little bit more about you. So, when life feels overwhelming, which I can imagine, life can get overwhelming from time to time. Like, what's your release? I know that you're a movement person. I'm
Mhm.
learning that about you. But how do you manage overwhelm?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to your walk. For me, walking is like my mental health moment to move my body, clear my mind, listen to a podcast if I need to. And it is that to me is like pretty much the therapy that I need. So that's something that I do when I'm feeling overwhelmed. I also have a handful of girlfriends, like probably two that are my phone calls when I really need to like talk
Mhm.
something out. So that's another way that I work through it. And then I think just overall, this is foundational for every day is getting good sleep. And people undervalue the importance of sleep and rest. And
Mhm.
although, I'm rising at 5 a.m., every night I'm taking my magnesium and I'm making sure I've got a smooth ride
Yes.
to sleep. And it's so
Mhm.
critical.
Oh, okay. So I love these conversations too, because I'm a supplement girly.
Oh yeah.
I love my morning ashwagandha.
Okay.
I'm a much happier person.
Now tell me what that
Stress.
does.
Yes, it relieves, fights away stress, fatigue. My mind is clearer, usually because I'm up late, so I need caffeine. And then if you mix it with caffeine, also the reaction is a bit different, but I'm also like super caffeine resistant. Like I need several cups. My sister, my mom, and I were all the same way. My mom drinks coffee before she goes to bed.
That's because that's that Costa Rican.
Honduras, but
Oh,
still
Honduras,
Hispanic,
Honduras,
right?
Honduras.
Yep,
Same,
yes,
same difference, girl. You got
yes,
that
same,
Latin American, that
same.
Central American.
Correct, correct. And we do have good coffee in Central
Yes.
America, and then my husband is Jamaican, so they have Blue Mountain coffee. So
Oh,
I've
yeah.
married the right partner.
It's you're immune. It's already in your DNA.
Correct. But no, I love my morning ashwagandha. I have not gotten into magnesium really for bedtime, but when I was pregnant, I got magnesium infused lotion because I needed it for my legs. I had like restless legs.
Oh, okay. All right. And how did it
Yeah,
work?
it worked. It could relieve the restlessness. I guess I
Okay.
wasn't moving as much as I normally did.
Yeah.
But for you, it relaxes you.
It relaxes me. And listen, there could be a partial placebo effect. I don't know, but I take it every
Hmm.
night, that along with my Nutrafol, because I'm trying to,
Hmm.
grow back this postpartum, baby hair loss. And it's a part of my ritual. And I'm telling you, I sleep well every night.
Really? But
Mhm.
it's so have you tried melatonin? Does it have the same effects as
So I've
melatonin?
actually dabbled. So the brand that I use, my
Mhm,
magnesium, I use Calm
mhm.
magnesium, and they came out with a new one that is magnesium mixed with melatonin. So I actually kind of like
Oh,
alternate the two of them. And I think in my
okay.
mind, when I really am like, I gotta go hard with the sleep
Mhm.
tonight, I'll do the one that has the combo. And I actually had it last night. It was great.
Yeah, okay. So I'm a kickboxing girl, so that's my like thing. So I kickbox twice a week. And if it's been a while since I've been to a class, then the next day I'm super sore. So I have a sleep supplement which has a little bit of melatonin,
Yeah.
so that I can actually sleep and stay asleep, and that works wonders.
Yep. No, it's like whatever works for you. And
Mhm.
I too am a believer in the supplements. They make it
Mhm.
for a reason. So I'm here for it.
Okay, awesome. So we're running out of time, but I'm curious, what are you unlearning at this point in your life?
Oh goodness, what am I unlearning? I can probably better answer what I'm learning
Okay,
at
what are
this
you
point.
learning? What are you picking up?
So, I've been working for 20 years now, which is crazy to say, to be able to measure things in tens and 20 years. And I think earlier in my career, I felt like I wanted to be cool and kind of fall back and not be center
Mhm.
stage, and just sort of be the producer of things and the person that made things
Mhm.
happen behind the scenes. And I'm realizing that no, I'm actually kind of a center stage girl, and I enjoy connecting with people. I enjoy presenting. I enjoy
Mhm.
storytelling in multiple formats, even beyond the book. And so what I'm learning in this sort of, mid to sort of more progressive part of my career is that it's okay to step into the spotlight and to
Right.
just fully own the space that you're in,
Mhm.
walk into new rooms and feel confident that you're supposed to be there. And so I'm really enjoying taking more of a sort of a center stage approach to my career and being out there and really leaning into the personal brand that I've created, over the course of my year, years based on my
Mhm.
experience and how I've been showing up and really figuring out how I can extend that to a broader community to share some of the learnings and pass on some of the wisdom and, create a community and interact with other people that are like-minded, that are doing some of the same things. So it's been really fun at this stage in my
Mm.
career and as a mommy because it gives me
Yeah.
even more purpose to the things that I'm doing and how I'm spending my time.
And the kids see it all.
Yeah.
And we're modeling for them, even when we don't realize it. So I love that you're taking center stage. As you say and share that, I think about it also being the confidence that comes after you reach a certain age where you're like, I don't care what the other people have to say. I
Yeah.
know who I am, right?
Yeah.
So I love this for you. And I wanted to ask what you were excited about personally or professionally, but I'm going to modify that because as you're taking center stage and as you're taking up space and allowing the light to shine bright on you, what are you excited to share with the world while you're center stage?
So it's interesting. My answer is actually ties back to the original question too. Professionally and personally, I am just so in awe of what is happening with this creator economy. And
Mm.
I saw some stats in a seminar that I was in that the industry is, I think, going from a $20 billion industry to a $50 billion industry by 2027.
Yes.
Someone fact checked me on that, but the
Mhm.
numbers were astounding. And as someone who's leading a brand, working with content creators literally on a daily basis,
Mhm.
creating content, and I've been doing my own form of content creation my entire career from hosting a teen talk show in high school to leading the yearbook in high school, then the newspaper at my university. So I've been in content creation my entire
We
career.
just didn't call it that. We
I
didn't
just
call it
didn't,
that back
we just
then.
didn't call it that. I mean, I had a blog when I landed in New York City in 2005, and it was called The Bee Life for anyone who might remember that. And so I've always been working in this space. So now, being ripe in my career, I'm seeing what's happening on an industry-wide basis and thinking about, wait a minute, how do I tap into this personally, not only to support my, individual entrepreneurial ventures, but how do I make it make sense and work at an amplified level for the bump, and how do I use it to sort of get involved and help support my family? So I'm just excited to be a student of the creator economy, learn about all the different platforms, how AI plays a role, and start leaning into some more content creation.
Okay, we're gonna have to figure out those stats. But similar to you, I had a blog a long time ago,
Mhm.
built on WordPress,
Yep.
and I had a podcast a long time ago before the pandemic that I started, and then I don't know what happened. I'm gonna have to go back and look into
Yeah.
that. But it's great to hear about the creator economy because we know also the numbers of women, Black women in particular, that have left the workforce
Yes.
willingly and unwillingly.
Yes.
Um, but we also do know that when it comes to motherhood, motherhood for some reason also infuses our creative juices. And we start creating all these things.
Yeah.
You birthed your businesses shortly after your sons. So what would you advise women who are feeling just the angst and the anxiety to create, to build something, but maybe don't know where to start?
Yeah, yeah. I love that question because I myself was that girl or that new mom that you described. I would say first things first, start following a couple of either individuals or communities of people that are doing things that look interesting to you. And we all know at this point that we can inform the algorithm to serve us the content that we want. So go seek
Mhm.
out those people. And I think you can actually have, what I'll call maybe a virtual mentor. Like maybe it's someone that you're not actually having daily conversations with, but
Mhm.
someone can go follow a Sandra or follow a Jen
Mhm.
Hazley and sort of watch some of the moves that they're doing. And then that can evolve from sort of just getting some of the awareness about the things that are happening in an industry that you're interested in to then figuring out, okay, what are some of the events that I can go and sign up for and maybe go listen to a panel, and maybe show up at a conference. Maybe you take 2 nights for yourself to actually attend something that's a little bit more
Mhm.
robust. And you just, you crawl before you walk, before you run. And I think, social media has just unlocked so much for us to be connected and learn about things that we didn't have visibility into before. And so, yeah, I would kind of start there and seek some of
Mhm.
those communities online and start to learn what's out there.
Yeah, baby steps. And it also doesn't have to be so costly. Use what's already out there, which is
Right.
also free.
Yeah,
And also these social channels gives us global access
for
to
sure.
almost whomever you may have curiosity about. So I love that.
Absolutely. And podcast too. I mean, we're on your fabulous
Mhm.
podcast right now. That is such a great way to go into the podcast app and you can literally put in the keywords for what you're looking for. Are you interested in gardening? Are you interested in doing hair? Are you interested in
Mhm.
marketing? Pop it in there, see what comes up and start consuming information to inform yourself.
Oh, Jen, so good. All right. So as we close out our conversation, but we will continue our conversation over a walk or a cocktail or both.
Or both.
Any final words about powering mompreneur potential?
Yeah, I would say don't wait. Step into your light, step into your power now. When you are a mom, it does not change your ability to do things. You don't have to go from you were this one person to, oh, now I'm a mom. It expands you. You're a mom and I would just say, just think about all of your wildest ambitions and figure out a plan for how you can achieve all of those things. Because I'm telling you, being a mommy is a superpower. You will know how to slice and dice a day better than you ever did before pre-kids because it is incumbent for you to be efficient and productive with your time. And I'm just excited to see all of these moms kind of take on motherhood in a new and expansive way. So I'm excited for all of us, and please feel free to connect with me on any platform where you find me at Jen Hazley. Always happy to connect.
Thank you so much, Jen. I am forever changed in the way that I view walks now. Any walk going forward will be a hot girl walk. The end.
Yes, girl. And get that vest. It's a game changer.
That is, I'm gonna need the link to add to the shopping cart.
I got you. And listen, because I'm new to the creator economy, I'm going to send you my affiliate link. How about that?
Absolutely. I will support. Amazing. Thank you so much. This was such a great conversation. Until next time, good people.
Thank you for having me.
If you found this advice helpful, give this video a thumbs up and drop your biggest takeaway in the comments below.